Hello, good morning. It's not the morning. It's very much the afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today we're in my office because I made this nice setup. I got a nice chair, I got a tapestry thing and did all of this. And I never sit and film in here because I never know if these lights are going to flicker in the background. But it seems like if I change the colour of the lights, they flicker. But on blue or either yellow, I think yellow is okay. Hang on, no, that's green. That's into yellow. That's what happens when I click that one there. Okay, so the orange as well, maybe is okay. I can't sit flickering in my viewfinder, but anyway, pretty backdrop. This is the start of my week off, which I'm so excited about. I have got the bank holiday Monday off next week as well, so I've kind of got like, how many days does that actually add up to? 10 days off? Amazing. So I'm going to be doing a couple of things later in the week with my family, but for the start of the week I'm going to be content creating. I've got to film some videos, I've got to come up with some ideas for some videos. I have to film my next Fictionary video, which is scary because I can't believe I've already done 1 month of it, but I've also got to brainstorm some ideas for videos because I've kind of got some things that I want to explore and do a different type of video for my Saturday uploads, because at the moment my Saturday uploads are very much recommendation based and I want to make them more like reading experiment based because those are the kind of videos I really enjoy watching, so I'm going to work out how to integrate that in whilst also having a set TBR each month, so we shall see how that goes. And I'm also going to be doing some reading. So I finished Defy the Night over the weekend, which is what I was reading at the end of last week's reading vlog, and I enjoyed it, but it was nothing that blew my mind. I'd say it was quite typical YA writing, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean that it didn't particularly shock or surprise me past page 200, and I think it ended up coming out as like a 3.75 if I wanted to be really picky, but I've rounded it up to a 4 on Goodreads. So now I've finished Defy the Night, I had to pick a new book. Now last night I was watching the film Kill Your Darlings, which is perfect if you want those dark academia vibes. I had to buy it off of Sky, or you can also buy it from Amazon or rent it, because it wasn't available anywhere for free. But I had heard really good things about it, and I'd heard that it was really good dark academia vibes, and also it looked like it was going to be one of those films that would make me want to read and write more meaningfully, and yeah, it did exactly that. So I wanted to pick something up just as a little in-between book before I go into Kat Dunn's next book, and just something that I fancied reading off my shelves as I was watching this film for absolutely no reason whatsoever, because this film follows poets and I have picked up a classic book, so I don't really know where my thought process was, but the book I have picked up is Quicksand. This is a translated fiction. It's a vintage classics edition, so when was this actually written? Hang on, let's find that information out. So we've got like a list of everything the author has written and the year that it was written, and I swear this book is not mentioned in this list. But the author passed away in 1965, so it's going to be before that point. Okay, we have it here. It says that the book was serialized in 1928 to 1930. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we're good, basically around the 20s. So the author of this book is Junichiro Tanizaki, and it's translated by Howard Hibbett. So I am about 30 pages into this, 30 or 40 pages into it so far. It's quite a short book, so I do hope I can finish this within the next day or two. On the blurb, this is dubbed as a seductive psychological thriller about obsession, jealousy and betrayal, and is a Japanese classic. So from what I can gather so far, this is following our main character who meets a woman at art school and ends up becoming quite infatuated with her and having a passionate affair with her, and then I assume her husband finds out and there's some bad things that go down if it's a psychological thriller. But I'm really intrigued to see how this plays out. I've just noticed on the back it's blurbed as Fatal Attraction in a 1920s Japanese setting, so I could have looked at that when I was looking for the year earlier, but I am intrigued by this. I don't really know where I came across this. I think I put it on my wish list and my friend Vicky got it for me for my birthday, but I don't really know where I saw it, so I'm super intrigued. I want to be able to read more classics slowly, and this definitely ticks that box, so yay! So I'm gonna crack on and film some videos, Fictionary mainly, Fictionary for September. But that video will be live by the time you're watching this, so go check out Fictionary for September if you feel that way inclined, but I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. Good evening, it is Monday night and I've pretty much spent most of the day either creating or planning content, so I filmed my Fictionary TBR, which, yeah, there's a lot of books. a lot of books. I am also going to be doing some dedicated reading vlogs coming up over the next few months that I have planned. They're going to be like exciting, fun reading challenges because I absolutely love watching those kind of videos. So that is going to be a whole other ball game to try and balance with these reading vlogs and my TBR. I don't know what I've done this to myself for, but here we are. So I've just been sat reading Quicksand. I have got just over the halfway point with this. This is very interestingly told because we are getting the perspective, it's a first person narrative, but it's somebody is telling this story to somebody else, but we don't know who they're telling it to, and they're telling it retrospectively, but we are finding out things as and when we're being told them, but we just don't really know the end game of why they're being told and who they're being told to. So I'm intrigued. It's cleverly done like that because whilst the story itself isn't like absolutely jam-packed with action, there is parts in it that you're thinking, oh, I wonder how that's going to play out. I wonder what that's going to be. And one of those is who is the narrator talking to. So I'm very intrigued to see who that ends up being, whether it's a character we've already met. I am enjoying this, although I would say that it's called itself a psychological thriller, and I wouldn't necessarily say it is. Like, there's certainly a lot of psychological elements to this. We really are seeing a lot of manipulation going on from pretty much all of the main characters. At the heart of this, it's about a love affair between two women, and it's a forbidden love affair, and it's one that they cannot have public for many different reasons. The main narrator is in a marriage with a man, and he is kind of playing stupid to it all really, and is suspicious of things but isn't really coming out and saying what's happening here, whereas the other woman is a lot younger, although we don't know how old specifically, I don't think, and she is just very manipulative, and it is very interesting to read the way that three of the main characters are just being massively manipulative to each other, but we're seeing it from one perspective, but we're just seeing all of this stuff going on, and it's like a massive mess of everyone trying to control everyone. And in that sense, I can't look away because I need to see how they're all going to react to it. And it's like this changes angle every 2 pages, it feels like, which is interesting. But it is very short, so I suppose it has to do that to keep you hooked within this short length of a story. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'm hoping to finish this tonight and then to start my next Cat Dunn book tomorrow. I'm also going to go to a nearby village tomorrow and sit and read in a cafe there and have a little wander around. Hopefully, if the weather's nice, I shall endeavour to take you along with me. So I'm going to get back to reading, probably going to put my pyjamas on and just have a chill night with Quicksand. Hello, it is Tuesday morning and I finished Quicksand last night. So I pretty much updated you on my thoughts and feelings last night just before I'd finished it. Nothing really changed for me other than the fact that this really was a very cleverly written train wreck of characters just slowly falling over their own hubrises and just making everything very difficult for each other and just being a web of manipulation. And I thought it was a very interesting read. It came out as a 3.5 stars overall. I quite enjoyed it, but at the same time, like, it was a slower paced read. I wasn't absolutely gripped picking it up, but I didn't expect to be absolutely gripped. It's a pretty short book. I know it's a classic. However, the fact that it said it was a psychological thriller, I think did change the way I read it a little bit, because I was expecting that aspect of it and it wasn't really there, although I could see it was kind of coming through, but I didn't feel gripped on the edge of my seat as I would expect from a psychological thriller. But it was really good. If you're looking for a short classic to be able to read that isn't too daunting, I would definitely recommend Quicksand. That does now free me up to read Monstrous Design by Cat Dunn. I have read 50 pages of this in bed this morning and it's already wowing me. We are immediately thrown into the action again, as we did in the first book, Dangerous Remedy. So I am seeing that Cat Dunn is just going to be an excellent action-packed epic writer. We're obviously taking over from the events that happened at the end of the first book. This is literally set like right after the first book as well, and there was actually a recap at the start of this book, which is very rare to see in sequels, and I very much appreciate that Cat Dunn has done that. So That was great, although I have just finished the first book, so thankfully that was still fresh in my mind, but I can see how that would be very useful if you did need a little bit of a recap, and hopefully when the third one comes out, that will be helpful to stir my memory, because I don't think the third one comes out until next year. So I'm going to be reading this a lot today. I have already cleaned my whole flat, and I am going to go out shortly to get myself a little solo date for some lunch in a nearby village where there's a cafe that I think I remember my grandma taking me to that is just really nice and quaint in a lovely village that is probably about a 15-minute drive from me. So I'm going to go there now, and I'm also going to try and do a little bit of writing. I don't often talk about this here, but I have actually written a book that just sits unedited in Scrivener, and I really need to finish editing it. I got about halfway through with the edits, and then just everything got so busy in my life and I never got back to it, and I really want to get back to it because I really enjoy writing and I really love the story that I've written. I won't say like the full plot, but it is a middle grade, which is not what I thought I would write, but the idea came to me a couple of years ago and I am very excited about it. So I'm going to try and edit a little bit of my book today, because why not? I've got the day free, my flat is now completely clean, my bed sheets are in the wash. It's one of those days where I feel like I'm resetting everything, so why not do a little bit of editing / writing and a little bit of reading in a really lovely cafe. So I'm gonna go there now and I will take you along with me. Good morning, it is Wednesday and I had such a nice day yesterday. I edited 2 chapters of my book, I read a bunch of Monstrous Design and I'm obviously loving it. Like, it's just so good, such a good book. So it was really nice to take myself on a self date. I then went for a walk in the evening with a friend and that was really good too. Did a couple of miles, or like 3 or 4 miles. It was a decent walk for the evening, and then settled in, read some more of my book, watched a bit of Sex and the City, had a good time. It was enjoyable, and today I am off to Oxford. Ava is actually going to be joining me. My mum's dropping her off very soon, and we're going to be going with a friend of mine and her son. So yeah, going to Oxford. Absolutely adore Oxford. It is my favourite city. One of my favourite cities. It's up there. It's top tier favourite city. I was born in Oxford, so I feel like I have to give it the credit for being my place of birth, and therefore it definitely gets some points in the favourite city land, because technically it was the first place I ever went, if you count me outside the womb. I don't know how we got into this conversation. Moving on, gonna go to Oxford. Definitely gonna try and head to some bookshops. Should be a good time. I will try and take you along with me as much as possible. I'm sure Ava will want to say hi. And then this evening I'm going back to my family home, spending a couple of days there. And on Saturday I'm seeing Six in London, which I'm so excited about. I am nervous because this is gonna be, I think, sat next to people in a room filled with people, but by this point my second vaccine will have completely taken effect. It'll be 2 weeks since I've had it. I'm going to be wearing a mask, I'm going to be being as absolutely clean as possible, so I'm going to be doing all the right things. So hopefully it should be okay. I am nervous, but I'm trying to push through that because we have had these tickets booked and cancelled and rearranged so many times that I'm so excited to finally see Six. So that's happening on Saturday with my mum in London. And yeah, let's crack on with today. Say hello to Ava when she gets here and go to Oxford. Look who's here!
Hi. Have you finished?
We're gonna go to Oxford.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy some books.
Yeah.
Hello, it is now Wednesday evening and we are back from a busy day shopping in Oxford, and we got some books. And
I was born there.
Ava was born there. We got some books. We thought we'd show you what they were. I got 2 fantasy books that I was hunting down for a specific video that I have coming up, and I'm not going to tell you what the video is. I'm just going to show you the books I got. I was quite pleased because I couldn't find these in a couple of bookshops I went to. First up is Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and I'm a little bit miffed that this is now the cover. They've changed the cover so it doesn't match the other paperbacks, which is annoying. I have watched the film for this.
I watched it too.
Yeah, I haven't read the book, so I mean, I don't know if this is a book that you would read or not, but...
No.
But I know the story because of the film, but it is a star that's fallen and Tristan has to...
Oh yeah, I know it.
Yeah. Tristan
But
has...
his love for Victoria, but she doesn't actually love him. He says he'll do anything, so he goes out seeking for the star, and the star is actually a lady, and she can't cross the wall, and there's an evil witch.
Yeah, so basically...
Well, 3 evil witches, but 2 of them, you know.
He wants to capture the star and bring it to the woman he loves, but also
Victoria.
someone evil is after the star as well. So
Yeah.
that's Stardust.
And also all the princes are fighting for the stone she has around her neck.
There we go. Then I also got the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix.
Vampires are nice.
Depends on the vampire. I don't know if these vampires are nice. I know very little about this book, which is okay because this is for a specific video.
Read the back.
Yeah, well actually the back is just reviews. I think the blurb is in here. So it's about a woman who feels quite small in her life and the only thing keeping her sane is her book club. They're a very close-knit group, and then someone else walks into her life and makes her feel things she hasn't felt in years.
Like love.
Maybe. But when children on the other side of town go missing, Patricia wonders if he's connected. Is he a Brad Pitt, a Bundy, or something much worse? I'm intrigued by both of these, especially because of the reason that I'm going to be reading them.
Can I have my go?
Yeah, hang on. So yeah, I'm super excited that I found this one because I thought I was going to have to order this one online, but I got this one in the Waterstones in Oxford, so yay! What did you get, Ava?
Well, finally it's my turn. I get... This book is like a witch who is like naughty, and I've got one other of these books, but it's pink, and like she's half half witch, half fairy.
Cool, and this is called Mirabelle Breaks the Rules by Harriet Muncaster. So those are our books. We are going to go back to Ava's home and my family home now, where I am for a couple of days. We're doing some bits over the next few days. I'm going to get some reading done, and it'll be really nice because I haven't stayed back there for quite a long time because I've been very busy at the moment.
And I haven't been on that to see you guys for a long time.
Exactly. So
I haven't been on this for months.
Yeah. So yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow, I'm sure. But today's been really good, really busy. But I will see you tomorrow. Thursday and I just lose track of days when I'm not working, but hi, I have been busy these past few days. So I think the last time we spoke, was it yesterday when Ava and I got back from Oxford and we did a haul? That was a thing. So went to Oxford yesterday, had a brilliant time. I'm back in my family home today, as you can see. It is the evening. We have got back from a really lovely day out at, I think it was called Sudley Castle, which has been going since the early 1000s and is a beautiful castle, like partially a ruin of a castle, but also a complete castle in some places, and it was just absolutely stunning. The grounds were absolutely beautiful, like they just had so much wildlife and flowers and nature, and it just felt absolutely glorious. The weather was sublime and it just felt like such a nice day out, so I will have included footage of that in the vlog. But had a really good time there with my mum and Ava. We just got back and I'm about to have some dinner, and then I think we're watching the Blink episode of Doctor Who, which is the first one with the Weeping Angels. Ava is watching them for the first time, so that's traumatizing. But reading wise, I wanted to read you a line from this book, because if I haven't already convinced you that this is like a book, like just such a good book, then I want to read you the way that Kat Dunn words simple moments and simple descriptions, because I just think she's just got such a way with words and the way that she narrates this book. This is literally just a completely ordinary moment. This isn't a spoiler or anything. The line is, "Sharp shards of moonlight cut slices out of the corridor. Thick shadow and pallid light checkerboarding the parquet and stretching up the walls." It's just the first part of that. Sharp shards of moonlight cut slices out of the corridor. I just love that line. That is such a good line. I haven't really been reading that much this week, I'll be honest. I really am not far into this at all. Not that it's not brilliant, it is. It's addictive and so good. But I've been really busy this week, all over the place, doing things. I think Monday and Tuesday I was quieter in what I had to do, so I was able to read more, whereas the latter part of the week I've been really busy. Tomorrow I don't have much on, and then Saturday in London all day, so equally going to be pretty busy then. I have been listening to a new audiobook that I haven't spoken about yet, and that is The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. My mum messaged me saying, you need to read this one, I just finished it, I need to talk about it to someone, and I was like, okay, we'll give this a go. So I downloaded it and started listening to it on Tuesday and listened to like 3 or 4 hours in one go. I was cleaning my flat, and when I clean I just listen to audiobooks, and it just was so addictive, and I've been listening to it on and off since, and I am obsessed with it. It's really good. It's a novel that is taking place a little tiny bit in the past, like a year or two in the past, and then modern day, as we see a case that never really had an ending happening live, and then we see some follow-ups from that few years into the future, or the present day for us, and how those two are intertwining and whether we can actually get a solution from the case. And it is pretty addictive. Like, if you're looking for an audiobook that is going to keep you quite hooked, this one would do a good job of that, so I'm enjoying that too. So those are the 2 books I'm reading. I will continue reading more Monstrous Design tonight. I am super excited to be able to just sit down and read for a little bit, because I've been craving it. I think it's meant to be quite nice weather tomorrow, so I might just sit outside and chill with my book. Yay! But yeah, had a super lovely day yesterday, had a super lovely day today. It's just nice to just have time to just look after myself in the way of taking myself to fun places and seeing people and going on adventures with people. Those kind of things for me are also self-care. Like, I think that's a good reminder that self-care doesn't just have to be putting a face mask on or watching a film or having a bath. For you, if self-care is doing other things, that's perfectly fine too. For me, self-care is doing these things, and this feels like a really good week for a different kind of self-care. So yeah, feeling really good. Gonna go downstairs and help my mum with some dinner now, and then we'll catch up with you probably tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know. Hello, it is Saturday, and I would just like to declare this a normal weekly vlog, not a reading vlog, because yes, I've been rubbish this week at actually reading or actually updating you on reading. I feel like the week started really well because I went to a cafe, sat and read for a while, but then from there I just got really busy, and I've just been doing things constantly. So I haven't really had much of an opportunity to sit down and read, but I'm still going to tell you that this series is absolutely phenomenal. I am only 208 pages in, to Monstrous Design, the second book. I think this is probably going to be a favourite series of mine. I absolutely love it. Kat Dunn's writing is magical, it entrances me, it's glorious, everything about this book is fantastic, it's adventure packed, and the reason I haven't quite picked it up yet is not anything to do with me not enjoying it. It's just literally been a time allowance thing. When I haven't been really busy, I've been sitting down with content creation, so I've just neglected this book this week, but I will pick it up over the weekend. Well, not today, because I'm really busy today as well, but over Sunday and Monday, because we have a bank holiday weekend in the UK. So yay, really enjoying it. Just have been rubbish at updating you this week with actual reading updates, but it's been a week for lots of B-roll, so that's been good, I hope. I hope it's been a good vlog. I haven't actually edited it up until this point yet, which means I've got no idea what I've actually filmed, but hopefully it should be all good. I am going out to London today with my mum, as I've probably said quite a few times by now. We are going to see Six, yay! So that is an evening showing, but we're heading up during the day because my mum needs to get a dress for an awards night she's going to, and I also wanted to nip to a couple of places. I'm really hoping to nip to Forbidden Planet, which I haven't been to for years now. I love Forbidden Planet so much. If you're not aware of what it is, it's basically an amazing shop with loads of merch for loads of different fandoms, and the bottom floor is a gigantic bookshop, so I'm excited. I really hope we can go there. I think we will. So that's the plan for today. I will take you along and film some B-roll if I can remember, and if my phone holds charge long enough, which I think it should. But I am going to like verbally wrap this up now, so anything you see beyond this point will be B-roll, and then I'll just kind of do some snazzy fade to black thing at the end, because when we get back I think it's gonna be quite late. My mum is staying around my flat and I just think I'm gonna want to crash. So gonna wrap it up now, gonna conclude my fantastic week of lots and lots of reading versus last week. I read so much last week, so it's okay, next week will be my week. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you did enjoy it, please do give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you've been reading, and subscribe to see more of my face on your feed where there will be more reading, but basically we've just gone everywhere this week instead. I also have my Patreon link down below where there's extra content. We will have decided our book club pick by the time you're watching this, which I have a feeling will be the Once and Future Witches, which is very exciting. So all of that will be linked down below. You can get loads of extra content from me. It's a very fun time and I'm absolutely loving being a part of such a fantastic group. So it's really great. All linked down below. Also, I don't know what stage I'll be at this by the time you're watching this, but I am so close to 10k, like so close, which is so. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribes to my channel. Thank you, it's very much appreciated. And yeah, gonna weirdly wrap this up now. Do I do the keep smiling and stay positive thing, even though you're gonna watch some B-roll? Sure, why not? I'll let B-roll Beth take it away, but keep smiling and stay positive.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm, you're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the apocalypse, don't forget to RSVP. Think about how the polar bears are running out of ice. But hey, this photo got a lot of likes. Get down, but don't feel down. This is why we can't have nice things, like a clean car or world peace. So the sleep from your eyes, and supersize your vibe. Wake up, check your phone. Wake up, check your phone. Smoke till you feel numb. Check your phone. Check your phone. Check, bomb, check, bomb. Dial the tone. Up to the American dream. Cherry Coke in the bathroom of a club. Influence you, influence me. Under the influence of my own anxiety. Check your phone, get some new clothes. Not sure where to begin, still stuck in my own skin. Dennis Rodman, 96.